Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're going to be doing a what if deku, a My Hero Academia what if actually. This is going to be my first one. I do watch My Hero Academia. We will not be going up to season 5 since it just came out and I am only just watching it. Also, if you do want to talk about season 5, I only watched episode 1 so far, so please don't spoil it for me. And if you want to talk about season 5, make sure you put a kind of spoiler warning. The way I usually do it, put a spoiler warning, then put a bunch of spaces in between it, and then type what I was about to say. But yeah, just do what you want, be nice, and talk nice. So yeah. Well, let's get into the video. Today we're gonna be playing some Minecraft in the background, and that's all you really need to know. Okay. So this is gonna be what if Deku had Ace's powers. I'm gonna cancel the fanfic what if Naruto had and where Naruto had Ace's powers, cause I don't want to do too many what ifs at the beginning of my YouTube career, and I would just rolling out. So the only what if there will really be what if Naruto was OP and what if Deku had Ace's powers, and this will only for be like a week. Actually, no. This is gonna be what if Deku had earthbending. That's also going to include sandbending and metal bending. Not gonna have lava bending because that's just gonna make him OP. Okay. So this will be a quirk, but let's just say the quirk can't be taken by off one, and it can be, and the sand and the metal part of the quirk can't be cancelled since it's a mutation. Okay. So Hisashi gonna have the ability to crack the earth, to slightly control the earth. So like he can like pick up rocks and launch them. That's the most he could do with power, which is good, but like but not hero level. Hero level would be like being able to fully control. So yeah, Deku born, and he's gonna have black hair because Hisashi got black hair and green eyes, right? And so yeah, he gonna look like himself just with black hair and green eyes, right? Well, he had green eyes in the TV show, but in the anime, I must say. So yeah, pretty much that gonna happen, and he gonna have black hair and green eyes, right? And he born, Ingo's happy, Hisashi happy, and let's see Hisashi gonna stay, Actually, nah, I'm gonna make this out for him. Okay, so this is when he's 4 years old, right? 4-year-old Deku, and he go to the court doctor, right? And Asashi's in the normal job at the time, so he's in the job where you don't have to go, where you don't have to leave. Let's say an office job, and you went on break today. You see a child get born. To go to the court doctor with a child. So yeah, court doctor with a child. So yeah. So Sashi goes, Inga go, they all go, right? And Asashi excited because he's excited for his son to have a quirk, right? So they go to court doctor, blah blah blah. The court doctor do his thing, and this is not the same court doctor. If we had the same court doctor, well then, would it be a good guy? Not gonna say anything more because if you didn't watch the My Hero Academia series, well, not really anything canon actually, so it wouldn't even matter if you had to watch My Hero Academia. But it's a pretty known theory, and personally I believe it, but other people might not. So yeah, pretty much it's not the same doctor. If you know the theory, you know what I'm saying is. And the doctor says your son has the ability to control any earth, control earth, sand, and metal. And so yeah, and he said not 3 quirks. It's just that he can control all 3 of them. So yeah, and so Deku decided, right? He decided, I'm gonna call him Deku because like it could, it just, everyone knows him by Deku. Most people know him by Deku, So yeah, Deku excited, right? And he's happy, He got a quirk, everything going great. So they go on the drive back, and they tell him to come back here, after to come. Nah, not they. He just said that he got that quirk and blah blah blah. If anything unusual comes up, like anything that not meant for metal, or what's it called? That don't that contradicts the quirk idea, just come to them, right? So Deku excited. They're driving, right? And a villain attack happened, right? A villain attack happened, and let's say a car gets thrown, right? A car gets thrown, right? And okay, so let's say he destroyed a building, and a piece of glass get in like a big, and yeah, pretty much a big melt, and like the villain grabbed the car, and let's say the hero is All Might, because I'm making him, right? And he just got there. So the villain throws the car at All Might, and All Might was about to catch it, but then All Might was trying to catch it, and he sees the family in there, right? He sees the little kid crying and stuff like that, so he's like, I need to save them, heroic stuff, right? If it wasn't kids, he would probably still catch it, because someone could get hurt, so he was probably still catch it, but yeah. So he tried to catch it, but he missed, but he like barely touches it, because like let's say it was like his halfway through his last hour, so he couldn't be out for a bit longer, and you were just trying to get the fight over with as quickly as possible to save the family, save everyone, and then get out of there, heal himself up, right? Or like take a break, right? Cause like almost like the GOAT, like he don't take breaks, right? So yeah, he sure wish he did though. So he misses the car, and the car gets on his roof, and when it lands on this roof, Ingo sees what about to happen. Ingo sees it about to explode. Let's say it's upside down, right? And some gas start leaking in, and she sees that the little engine is about to spark for whatever reason, and first thing she does, she grabs Deku, throws him out of the window, but like she was on the driver's side, so throws them into an alleyway. And you know how like Gar have like the super protective thing, right? The protective sand and stuff. Deku gonna get that. So the sand, it's like a flight or fight instinct. Flight or fight, right? Instinct, right? Run away or fight there. And he's a kid, so he gonna run. So he's a kid, so he's gonna run, right? So the sand just literally grabs him by the wrist and just flies him into a forest. And you might ask, why in the forest? Why in the forest? Because like it's land, and like it's the purest kind of land, and like which gonna be more dangerous? A city full of criminals, or a city full, or a forest? Who knows? It's a 50-50 chance, but the sand, I'm doing equation mark, like technically the sand shouldn't be able to even think. Like in his mind, since he's not that smart, he barely knows about. They only really teach him about like safe animals, and like they start teaching you about more dangerous animals when you get like first grade. So like this kid thinking it's gonna be super safe in the forest, without knowing about predators and stuff like that. So you know, super safe. Definitely, 100%. Like, safest place on in the world, you know? And so, like, he goes to the forest, right? Cause, like, he's scared and blah, 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 blah. Oh, I'm just thinking to myself, what should I do? Cause, like, I need a light. Like, okay, so I'll just leave a hole in the roof. I know this sounds stupid, but I'm just gonna have to, you know? Yeah, okay. So yeah, pretty much he goes into the forest, and pretty much what happens is he goes into the forest, and the sand not perfect, you know, so accidentally hits him on a tree and knocks him out, right? And he wakes up the next day, right? And he's scared and stuff like that. And pretty much he just going pure on instinct, right? And then let's say a few years later, like he's 4, so 2 years later he'd be 6, right? Let's say when he's at 6 years old, he 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 do oh, here we go again. But yeah, at 6 years old, he come back and find the way back, and they see this kid. And uh, let's say it was, you know, All Might's friend, who's the police officer or detective. He sees him. Actually, nah. Okay, so a family that, so he walks up and he see an old woman that live in the forest, you know, straight up in the forest, love living in the forest, right? Forest are her home, right? So, an old woman that living in the forest, right? And like, by old, it's like 60, like, not old, like, close to old, but like, she'll be able to survive till we get to high school, right? And this is pretty much off. It's pretty much off. Not gonna tell you why Toph in this world, cause it won't matter in a bit, right? So Toph sees the kid, and she can notice that he have a kind of earthbending. Like, she knows they're not the same earthbending she has, but she also knows that it's a kind of earthbending. Like, well, Maya will teach him. You know, like, I know Toph isn't like that, but I loved Toph is a great character, you know. Toph is just a great character, you know. You can't complain about Toph. No one can, right? So yeah, pretty much that. And yeah, so Toph trained them for a bit, right? And take care of them, teach them. Like, Toph went on an adventure for a bit, learning about the world. And like, he teach them all he would know up to like last year middle school. So Toph told him, you need to leave. This is 14-year-old Deku, right? And he said, you need to leave so that you can follow your dreams of being a hero. And he pretty much masters earthbending and metal bending. And he like touches up on sandbending. He learned sandbending by himself because I don't think Toph ever really. I know Toph probably have her sandbending. Well, yeah, she does have. Fine, Toph. Yeah, fine. He masters sandbending too. So in sandbending, he's Gar. He's pretty much Gar, right? With sandbending level, and he's at Kovira level in metal bending, which is OP. And top levels in earthbending, so he's OP. Yeah, so he goes in the last year of middle school, and he actually never met Bakugo. If you think about it, at 4 years old, you don't go to school till like 5, I don't think. So yeah, he never met Bakugo. So like he goes and he go to adoption. He go to an orphanage and he become an orphan. And they do the tests where like it shows they do tests of all the grades, and like he passes every test up to like and last year middle school, which he could have went to he could have went to high. He's pretty much college level. He's a genius. Like, don't get me wrong, he's not like Einstein smart or like 200 IQ smart, but like